All right. So I'm just going to talk about a bit about news about the upcoming Clayface movie, which I'm interested about, and I think is going to be a good movie. I hope. So, for those who aren't in the know, yes, we are getting a movie about Clayface from the script written by Mike Flanagan, who is the director of such films as like Doctor Sleep and also did Haunting of Hill House. One of my favorites. He was supposed to be at MegaCon this year, but then dropped out last minute, which kind of sucks because he was one of the guys I was like, he was like one of the guys I was like, oh shit, I can't wait to like, I can't wait to like, I can't wait to meet him, but then he dropped out. I guess he was working on another movie, but still. Anyway, so we do know that his script is going to be used, and we did get some information about the movie. First off, for this week, as of this recording, we do know that they are looking at directors right now, and they're going to start casting soon, I think in the next week or the following. So a couple things. They have talked to a few directors already. J.A. Bayona was one of them, who most of you guys would know best as like the director of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, which is not great, but for those who don't know, he did a phenomenal horror movie called The Orphanage. That was produced by, I believe, Del Toro, and Bayona directed it. He's a solid horror director. I just feel like he didn't get to be creative enough with Fallen Kingdom, but still, Bayona was looked at. I guess he dropped out of the running. So they're now looking at Jeff Watkins, and Watkins I think is an interesting pick in his own right. Jeff Watkins has done Eden Lake, which I heard is a pretty solid horror movie, but I know him best for Woman in Black, which I really enjoyed. I thought that was a solid horror movie, so I really hope Watkins gets the job. I also think, also for those wondering, because it was also rumored, Jeff Wadlow, who did such things for Blumhouse as like, Night Swim and a few other movies. Jeff Wadlow, who is a horrible director for such bad movies, for Blumhouse, he was never looked at. I know that was a rumor going around, but Jeff Wadlow was never looked at. So my friend Jason Voorhees 2011 especially is going to look at that and go, oh, thank God. So yeah, now a couple things we do know so far about the movie. The budget is going to be $40 million, which I know is like, wow, $40 million? That's a lot. When in reality, some of these superhero movies go for like $100 million or $150 or even $200 million at some points. $40 million is actually kind of like a drop in the bucket, if I'm being honest. So I'm fine with that. The other thing is that that made me go, wait, what? Was the whole thing of like, they're not going to make him like a typical Batman villain, which I'm kind of sitting here going, what do you mean by that? Are you going to try to make him like, yeah, it is going to be treated as like a like a character piece about about Clayface, and I appreciate that. I think that's the smart way to go, and I also think that he's like making it like a tragedy of a character is really solid. At the same time, however, I'm like, you're not going to make him like a hero, are you? Because that's not who he is. Again, we don't know if this is Basil Karlo or Matt Hagen, or I don't think it's going to be Preston Payne, but you never know. And we also don't know if he's going to be like made of clay, like he's going to be like a creature made from clay in any way, shape, or form. Now, the other major thing is that like I said, are we we're not going to make him like you can make him a sympathetic villain, just still make him a villain. And we do know Clayface is in James Gunn's new DC universe thanks to his appearance in Creature Commandos. But again, you could easily make the argument as like, oh, this could be because Gunn did say there is going to be Elseworld stories, which I'm kind of like, yeah, I don't think we need that really, do we? I think it should be main universe. I definitely think this should be a main universe kind of story. And it is going to be, I hope it is R-rated. I do hope this is a more, I want it to be like a darker villain story. And now, another thing I want to bring up is that there's a lot of talk that this movie is aping off The Substance because it's about a actor who is like aging, and he's now addicted to this substance that's transforming his body, and and then they're basically ripping off The Substance. Two things, boss, real quick. One, are you telling me different movie studios see something successful and they ape off of it? They do that all the time? What? Color me shocked. This is my shocked face. Also, I was being sarcastic. Two, I don't know, I think I was being too subtle with my sarcasm. No, I wasn't. Anyway, number two, that's Clayface's origin. Substance didn't rip off Clayface, or Clayface didn't rip off The Substance. The Substance ripped off Clayface. It's literally the same goddamn story. Like, I hate to tell you this, guys, but, yeah, the Substance is basically a Clayface story. Now, I haven't seen The Substance, but it's something I've been meaning to do, and I've heard nothing but good things about it. I've also heard of, like, how it is part of the Oscars this year, which I think horror in an Oscar film is always a good thing. We've got that with Alien Romulus and Nosferatu as well, so the fact we have 3 horror movies in the Oscars, 2 of them for Best Picture, I think is really solid. Hopefully one of them wins. I hope they all win everything, as always. But yeah, I haven't seen it, but yeah. Clayface, like the Clayface the origin of Clayface came way before The Substance was even a concept. So the fact of the matter is that this is nothing new. Now, will they probably have a lot of elements together? Yeah, I also imagine there'll be some body horror of, again, I'm going to assume it was Matt Hagen. They're going to go, I would like to see Basil Karlo, but I have this feeling they're going to do like Batman the Animated Series, because that's where apparently Flanagan got the idea from the script, is that he basically was like, yeah, a lot of the inspiration came from the 2-part Batman the Animated Series, where they basically made Matt Hagen and took Basil Karlo's role. So I think it is probably going to be Matt Hagen. Now, who do you cast as Hagen? I don't know. A lot of people have said Dave Bautista, and even Flanagan said that was his go-to for Clayface. I think he does have a lot of great character to him, and I think Bautista's a great actor, actually. I think he's actually been probably even more so than The Rock, a actor who has, been an actor from wrestling, come from wrestling and been an actor much better. He's handled it much better than like Cena or, The Rock or any of the other wrestlers turned actor. He's actually like doing like some legit shit out there. But yeah, I don't know. I've heard, I wouldn't be opposed, but I'm like, I'm just not rolling with it. You know what I mean? So I've aside from not wanting to make him like a typical Batman villain, I'm a little like on. But at the same time, I'm also like, I hope this movie does well. Like, I hope, I got my fingers crossed for this movie. But yeah, other than that, you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of all this news? And I am going to keep my ear to the ground on Clayface especially, one of my favorite Batman villains, and a really cool new idea for the character as well. But yeah, you guys tell me in the comments below what you guys think of this. Who are you hoping for horror director, and who do you want to see in the cast? Just comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.